again so much for watching my video, and today I'm going to talk about 2020 goals. Just yesterday I was with my friends doing a vision board, so I thought, okay, I will also show you my vision board and my goals, what I'm looking forward for 2020, and also talking about how to really chant for your goals. Like, a couple of you have been asking me, so how do I chant? I know I say NAM MYOHO RENGE KYO, but how do I really chant? So I'm going to cover those points. Shall we? So for goals, firstly we would want to have like three category goals, I would say. First is like short term, mid term, and like long term. Long term would be something like 2 to 5 years. Like, what are you looking in the next 2 to 5 years? Where do you want to go? What do you want to accomplish? And what do you really want to find? And that's what I made my vision board for. So I'm going to talk about my vision board. Sorry for making it this too filmy, but I have like a make a difference. I don't know if you can see it right in the camera. Can you see it? I don't know, but I'm going to post the photo. This section talks about like my career. I really want to advance in my career, do like something beyond, like become more capable as an employee, and get what it is required to become a senior analyst. I mean, just like a senior level position. I wouldn't just become just like that, right? I have to become capable to become that. So to get all the strength and courage and all the wisdom and all the guidance from the universe to achieve that goal. So that's my career. Over here I have which talks about like the lion and being like self top priorities, like my own self. I always, sorry, my phone is not on silent. Okay. So this covers like my self-esteem. Like, I keep growing my self-esteem every day, because really you can just keep growing. There's no limit to, okay, I have achieved all my self-love now and I am satisfied. No, you never being satisfied is the key. Like, you gotta keep growing. So this section keeps reminding me of my own like self-battle. This part over here, the green section, talks about my I've always strived to be healthier in life and eat good food and treat my body like a deity, but all the time my negative functions used to come in the middle, and laziness and at times like something else happens and I wouldn't go to the gym. But now, because of this practice, it really helps me stay like focused and on the top and on my toes. It's always like I just want to keep moving forward, whatever problem comes. So chanting really helps me to be like more determined. And then over here in the middle I have like all the goals, and yeah, like whatever problems I suffer, I really win to overcome them, so I can help other girls who go through the same problem. Because if I don't win, how can I even help somebody else going through a problem, just for instance. But helping somebody with your own problems, like especially when I dealt with a lot of like laziness and anxiety issues and depression, and now today I am like glowing. So yeah, I just wanted to tell people how we do it, and I mean, how did that happen? And that happened exactly by chanting NAM MYOHO RENGE KYO, right? So this is my vision board here. This talks about people are talking about like chanting NAM MYOHO RENGE KYO. So in 2020 I want to reach as many people as I can, so I can tell them this power of the practice. Like, it has changed my life. So I just want to keep sharing that guys, wake up. And this is something that has really helped me, and it is helping a lot of other people. Like 172 countries have practicing chanting NAM MYOHO RENGE KYO, and they say like even like encountering this practice is so difficult. Just think about it. How many people do you know except for me? If you are on my Instagram, I keep talking about it all the time, but how many of you know that people have actually reached out to you saying, hey, why don't you try chanting NAM MYOHO RENGE KYO? But that's exactly how difficult it is to find this practice. And now that you've found this practice, you can achieve everything and anything. Like, anything is possible. And yeah, this practicing is amazing. Okay, so we spoke about long-term goals. Now midterm is something like 6 months to 2 years. So something like like if you want to change a job, or for me it would be like more on my midterm would be more like my health and my career and my relationships that I want to improve. Those all goals will be my midterm goals, and my short-term goals are something which are like 0 to 6 months, and of course like immediate ones too. Like something happens, a problem comes by, and then I mean problem being like something happens in my environment, it shifts, and I get sad, I get upset because of that situation or that person or whatever it is, but I am the one who's been affected. So that's like a short-term goal, because then my happiness is dependent on the situation and I have to improve it. So I chant to resolve not the situation, of course, of course we want to resolve the situation, but over here they talk about the interconnectedness between you and your environment. So you are literally changing the environment by changing yourself. So every time we want to achieve a goal, it's all about like, what is something inside me that is reflecting on the outside, because life is just a mirror. So whatever you are is reflecting on the outside. So if you don't like a situation on the outside, they say it is really wise to think about it, that what is something inside me that I can really change in a way, and then my situation changes. But the topic is like, it's like going more in detail, like it can be studied in more detail, but it's all about human revolution. It's in the end, it's all about changing yourself, growing yourself, because you can really never have control over a situation or other person. It's just yourself that need to keep growing all the time. Every time there's a problem, use it as an opportunity. It shouldn't be like, oh my god, why is this happening to me? It should be, yes, this is happening to me, because now that I have this problem, I'm going to win over it and change the situation and gain benefit, like gain happiness. Because if you're happy all the time, then there's a stability, right? There's a stability, like there's no growth. You need problems so you can keep growing more and more and more, because each time you grow, you become happier. So it's just like, yeah, you're everything that you want and everything that you in a way, like I grow. I can tell you my experiences. Like there have been times when something happens and my mood goes off and I feel all low and I feel like this is happening to me, and this is not good, and I just like, I can't think about anything else but that one situation. And then I these days, before it used to go for like 2 months, 3 months, but these days when I feel that way, when I feel that I'm not loving myself enough, when I feel like I'm giving something else or somebody else the control of my happiness, I start chanting to overcome and to grow and to understand my self-worth like even more. Because every time there's a problem, I get an opportunity to know my self-worth even more. And it's something that I can't tell you in words how it grows. It's just the next morning, I woke up and I was fine. Like I was fine as in I was doing my work. I went to the gym and I was doing my own stuff. But it's only when you do your own stuff, when you keep developing yourself, will your situation change. And in a way, this like it's all I really just chant to change the situation in a way that how can I lose my self-worth? How can I give somebody else the control for my happiness or a situation? Like, even if it's a problem, I have to grow over it. I have to grow through it. It's an opportunity. So it's like, yeah, it's me. But of course, I understand when a problem comes, how it's difficult to, even me, for me, at that time, it is difficult to think about it like, yes, me, because I'm suffering. I'm hurt. I don't feel good. But before, it used to take me 2-3 days or more than that to overcome it. These days, in a day, I chant and I feel amazing. I'm not even kidding. Like this chanting, it cannot be explained what it does in words. Like it gives me materialistic happiness too, and also gives me like inner self growth. It's weird. it's an experience. I can tell you this fruit is amazing. It tastes so good. It's amazing, blah blah blah. But you have to taste it to feel it. that's way this experience, you have to experience it to understand what I'm saying. Because if you've not practiced and if you've not experienced it, you will not understand what I'm saying. But if you do it and you see these patterns like happening in your life, you'll be like, oh my god, I can relate to what she's saying. But yeah, you have to first do it. So how do I do it?